the land of Israel, there was a young woman, and her name was Mary. One day she was cleaning her house when suddenly an angel appeared. Mary was so afraid, and the angel said, "Don't be afraid. I have good news. You will have a baby. He will be God's son. You will name him Jesus." And then the angel was gone. So Mary went to Joseph, and she said, "Joseph, I will have a baby. He will be God's son. And we will name him Jesus." And Joseph said, "Okay." So Mary and Joseph got married and lived together. Far away in the city of Rome, there was a king whose name was Caesar Augustus. And one day he was thinking, and he said, "I wonder how many people are in my kingdom. I want to count them." So he said, "Soldiers, come here." And the soldiers said, "Yes, sir." And the king said, "Go tell my people to be counted." And the soldiers said, "Yes, sir." So the soldiers got on their horse, and they started riding from town to town. And they would come to a town, and they would knock on the door, knock, knock, knock. And the person would open the door, and they would say, and then they would get on their horses and go to another town. And they would knock on the door, knock, knock, knock. The person would open the door, and they would say, and then they would go to another town, and they would knock on the door. They would open the door, and the soldiers would all sing together, "Go be counted." Finally, they came to the town where Mary and Joseph lived. And they knocked on the door, and Joseph opened the door, and he said, "Can I help you?" And the soldiers said, "Go be counted." And then the soldiers went back to Rome. So Joseph told Mary, "Mary, we have to go to Bethlehem to be counted." And Mary said, "Okay." So they packed her bag. Mary got on her donkey, and Joseph started walking, and they started on their long trip. And they walked, and they walked, and then they would stop and sleep. Then they would get up, and they would walk some more, walk and walk, stop and sleep. And finally, they came to the little town of Bethlehem. They came to a little inn, and Joseph knocked on the door. The innkeeper opened the door and said, "Can I help you?" And Joseph said, "Do you have any room?" And the innkeeper said, "No," and slammed the door. So they went to the next little inn, and they knocked on the door. And the innkeeper said, "Can I help you?" And Mary said, "Do you have any room?" And the innkeeper said, and slammed the door. Finally, they came to the last little inn. The innkeeper opened the door and said, "Can I help you?" And Joseph said, "Do you have any room?" And the innkeeper said, "But I do have a stable." And Mary and Joseph said, and they went to the stable. Jesus was born. Nearby Bethlehem, in a field, were some shepherds with some sheep. And they were so tired because it was very late at night. So they were trying to stay awake when suddenly an angel appeared. They were so afraid. And the angel said, "Don't be afraid. I have good news. Baby Jesus is born in Bethlehem. You will find him in a stable, lying in a manger." And then there were a lot of angels. And the sheep said, let's go to Bethlehem and see baby Jesus. So they came, and then they worship baby Jesus. Okay, friends, let's all come over here. Scoot back a little bit, guys. And squat down.